Hello Dharma friends, welcome back to my channel. Now today we are continuing with the drawing analysis series. We have looked at the concept of the page, what is drawing analysis, we looked at the mountains in depth, sun in depth, and today we're going to understand the concept of the meaning and the placement of tree. Now what does a tree in a drawing depicts? It depicts growth, knowledge and stability, most likely in terms of finances. If someone has drawn like a tilted tree, that means they are confused. They have multiple options and they're confused about which knowledge, which area to seek knowledge in. And we reinforce this concept with the concept of page. We learn that if it's towards the left, that means they have experienced growth in the past. And if it's in the middle, then it means they are experiencing growth presently. At least that's what they believe. It might or might not be true. And a tree in the future, that means they are expecting growth in the future in on the right hand side. I tend to see that more students who are going to universities, they tend to draw a lot of trees in the present and future. So they are optimistic about the area that they are seeking knowledge in. They see better job prospects for themselves in future. Again, that's their belief. Half tree means they have unfulfilled desire. Again, if it's in the right, that means they think unfulfilled desire related to growth and where is it in future. Same thing in the past, they didn't receive any support from the family. That's why they didn't um, complete their knowledge, or they couldn't complete their study. That's why it's a half tree in the past. You would see different kinds of trees, which we'll look in detail later in the video. But if someone has drawn some really nice proper leaves on the tree, and it's not like just a structural kind of drawing, but it's very detailed, that means they have excellent clarity on what they're going to learn and how they're going to grow from there. They are very aware, they have a plan in place. If someone has drawn fruits on the tree, that means they are expecting good returns from their knowledge. Again, reinforce this with the concept of page and say past, present, or future. When are they expecting the returns? If the bottom of the trunk or the base of the tree is broader, that's how we see it in the nature, and it kind of decreases in width as we go up, that means they are stable. They're down to earth. If it's straight, it's like similar bottom and top, that means they are confident. But if it's the opposite way to this one, that means they tend to show off their knowledge. They are pretentious. Remember, this structure would not be as stable as this one, so they will lack stability. They are pretentious, they are show off. They are showing off more than what they actually know. If there is a hole in the tree trunk, that means they feel like there is a leakage somewhere. What does that mean? That means they feel like they might not be able to fully use their education in their profession. If there are branches on the tree, two or more branches depict the multiple sources of growth or knowledge. So for example, someone could be working professional, but they also consult or have a side hustle on the side. So they have multiple streams of knowledge, not only knowledge but also income. In if it's a really bushy tree and a lot of branches going in, that sometimes tend to depict confusion as well. And if someone has drawn roots which go like really deep in the ground, that means they might be in a research oriented kind of role, and their knowledge which is quite in detail and in depth. And if someone has drawn like a step or lines on the bark of the tree, that means they are very strategic and organized in their knowledge acquiring. uh, the way they acquire their knowledge, it's very strategic, it's very step by step they acquire, and they know by climbing these steps they will get to the top. If it's slanted towards the left, that means they feel that they will not be able to achieve the growth the person wants. If it leans towards the right, remember the stability concept here. This will not be stable. They're too eager to learn and jump into something, a new topic, a new concept. They'll just jump into it and learn, and shows impulsiveness and action towards learning. If there are flowers in trees, flowers generally depict beauty in nature. So they would need like a really organized desk, really beautiful things around them, a good view when they are learning. They need a good ambience. um, Now we start layering on these concepts and components on top of each other. So if let's say there is a tree on top of a mountain, that means mountain, remember, are the challenges. So that what their mindset is showing is that I'll go through the challenges, and that's how I will achieve growth, and it will lead to big success. Grass on the mountain means the it's again the smaller form of a tree, so it means that challenges can lead to growth. Even small challenges, they embrace small challenges. And if someone has drawn a full-on garden instead of just a couple of trees, that means they are very planned and strategic towards their growth. And if it's a forest, then they see abundance of growth with little to no effort. And if it's a farm, that means they do see growth, but after hard work. um, and if again I said, if we look into the some of the most commonly drawn type of trees, so if it's a coconut tree, they are very helping in nature. Now think about the nature of the coconut. Everything from the coconut tree, including and everything from the coconut, is made into something, from the outer shell to water to the actual coconut inside. So they are very helpful. They dedicate their life towards supporting others. If they've drawn pine trees, they are very detail oriented. They tend to do like a postmortem or the post problem analysis, like what went right, what went wrong. um, they're quite detailed oriented and focused. Moving on, if there is a nest or a bird drawn in the tree, that means they have a lot of ideas that could lead them to growth or better prospects in life. Too many branches, like we discussed here, can show confusion. So while a couple of branches show multiple sources of income and growth, too much is like the person wants to grow in so many domains that they're confused. Bamboo tree can depict spiritual knowledge. They are seeking spiritual knowledge. Cactus are, by the nature of the cactus, they are very protective and they can survive in little to no water. So now replicate this understanding of cactus into the understanding of the tree. So we would extrapolate it to say that these people don't want to share their knowledge easily. They're very protective about their knowledge. Maybe because they felt like they put in a lot of hard work to acquire their knowledge, and they are not very willing to share it easily. Banana tree They want to start earning fast from their knowledge, uh, but remember the tree trunk of the banana tree is very thin, so the base is not very strong. They want to grow quickly without a stable base, so that's not considered very good in terms of long-term growth. A tulsi plant likes bamboo tree also depicts spirituality. So yeah, this is it for this video. Keep liking, keep commenting, and keep subscribing to my channel, and I will get back to you soon on the next component of the drawing. It could be a human being or a water body. Thank you for now. Bye.